Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're stepping away from the usual data and documents. We're heading into the shadows a bit.
Definitely. We're looking at some genuinely unsettling true stories today.
Yeah, these are accounts pulled directly from people's experiences, things shared on places like Reddit, compiled by folks who really delve into the darker side of things. So, our mission for you, the listener, is to sort of unfold these narratives with us, get a sense of the raw, sometimes terrifying reality when ordinary life just takes a sharp turn. We're talking unexpected encounters, really chilling discoveries, moments that just redefine vulnerability.
And what's fascinating, or maybe disturbing, is how these stories, though unique, they tap into some pretty universal fears, right? The line between what feels normal and safe and, well, sheer terror. It can be incredibly thin.
Absolutely. So let's get into the first one. It starts with someone who's just 10 years old, living in what seemed like, a perfect neighborhood. But this kid had insomnia, often lying awake for hours. And one night, sharing a room with their baby sister, they see this large shadow leaning over the crib. Looked like a big man.
Okay.
So naturally, they assume it's their father checking on the baby. They call it dad. But the figure, it just turns, leaves without a word.
Strange. No response at all.
None. And this actually happened a few nights. This figure, assumed to be the dad, checking the baby, sometimes picking her up if she cried. Just part of the night routine, they thought.
Wow, okay.
Until one night, the kid's finally drifting off to sleep, and they feel these rough hands on their cheek.
Oh no, that's different.
Very different. And then just a few days later, the real horror unfolds. The mother comes home with the kids, opens the front door, and there's a large man standing at the top of the stairs.
Inside the house.
Inside, holding a bag of bread and the mother's underwear.
Good Lord.
The mom just yells, "Who the F are you?"
Yeah.
The man stops, turns, and he has this toothy grin. And she sees the glint of a gun in his pocket.
Oh my God.
She reacts instantly, shoves the kids back out the front door, screams, slams it shut. The 10-year-old grabs the baby sister, runs to a neighbor's, can barely gasp out 911.
That quick thinking from the mother. I mean, in that moment of pure terror, it's incredible.
Truly, that protective instinct just kicking in.
Absolutely. Overriding everything else.
So the police, they arrive really fast. The station was nearby. They find the mother, just ghostly white. She tells them the guy held the gun to her head before escaping out the back.
He got away.
He got away then. And when they searched the house, specifically the unused attic, they found it.
What was it?
Tons of empty bread bags, chip bags, peanut butter jars, candy wrappers, blankets, and more pairs of the mother's underwear, all sticky. He'd been living up there.
Living in the attic. For how long?
It wasn't clear exactly how long, but long enough to accumulate all that. It suggests a prolonged hidden stay right above him.
The violation of that is hard to even comprehend. Your safe space, your home, harboring that kind of secret threat.
It's deeply unsettling. The idea of someone just there, watching, listening, taking things.
It speaks to that idea of covert squatting, but with this added layer of trophy taking.
Yeah.
It's profoundly disturbing on a psychological level.
And it doesn't end there. 4 years later, the kid's now a freshman in high school.
Okay.
Walking a shortcut home through a field, gets that feeling, the chills, turns around and makes eye contact with the same man.
No, after 4 years.
It's the same man. They scream, run for a fence, but he grabs their jeans, pulls them back. And he says, with that same horrible grin, "You're as beautiful as your mother."
That's terrifying.
Thankfully, just pure luck, a school football player sees what's happening, rushes over, tackles the guy, breaks his nose, gives the kid the chance to call 911 again.
And they got him this time.
This time, they got him. But the survivor, looking back, just thinks, if only they'd checked the attic sooner, all those years of fear may be avoided.
Wow. What a story, the long-term impact of that.
Unimaginable. Okay, let's shift gears slightly from an active intruder to a much quieter but still deeply unsettling discovery.
Right.
This next one comes from someone who worked as a key holder for a condo building. Their job involved letting maintenance people, like AC techs, into units when residents weren't home.
Standard procedure in many buildings.
Right. So they knock on this one unit's door. No answer. They use the key, open it up, and immediately this awful smell hits them. Foul.
Uh-oh. That's usually not a good sign.
Not at all. Inside, it looks off. Moldy bread on the counter. A cake on the stove that looked, the sort says sweaty, just wrong.
Okay, yeah, something's definitely not right.
They go further into the bedroom,
Yeah.
and they see an older woman, hunched over in bed, Kind of look like a yoga pose.
Bunched over.
Yeah. So the key holder, feeling embarrassed, like they've intruded, quickly apologizes, starts to back out. Yeah. But no movement from the woman.
Still no response.
Nothing. And it's interesting what you said earlier about trying to normalize things.
Yeah, the mind tries to fit it into a familiar box, right? Maybe she's sleeping deeply. Maybe she's meditating.
Exactly. But one of the AC texts with them, he gets it faster. Says something like, "Ma'am, she's fin dead, dude."
Oh, blunt, but probably accurate.
Very accurate. The key holder steps closer, looks properly, and sees bruised skin, moldy patches. It wasn't a yoga pose. It was a body that is settled that way.
Oh, that's grim, the reality hitting like that.
Grim is the word. Later, the police confirmed it. And the initial perception was wrong, too. She wasn't an older black woman as they first thought, but actually a young Caucasian blonde.
Perception can be so skewed in moments like that.
Totally. They found her diary. Last entry was 10 days prior. Pill bottles nearby. A last will and testament on the nightstand.
So, likely a suicide, but undiscovered for over a week.
Seems that way. And the experience, particularly the sensory details, really stuck with the key holder. They said they couldn't eat wanton soup afterwards, couldn't stand the smell of a dirty fridge.
That makes sense. Smell is powerfully linked to memory, especially traumatic memory. That olfactory death print, as you called it, can linger psychologically.
Yeah. And they mentioned it completely shattered any, cool ideas about a zombie apocalypse. The reality of the smell alone was just too much.
It grounds the horror in something very visceral, very real. It highlights that urban isolation, too, how someone can be gone for days, weeks, and no one knows.
Exactly. Okay, third story. This one. It starts as a prank. A really, really dumb prank by some kids.
Uh-oh. Those rarely end well in these kinds of collections.
Not this time, certainly. This takes place in Israel, in a neighborhood described as pretty rough. High crime, ethnic tensions.
Okay, so a potentially volatile environment already.
Right. Yeah. The narrator is 10 with his friends Ron, Andre, Eli. They have this secret hangout, a zula, basically a den built on an old bunker roof from scavenged stuff. And they have this ritual. Skip school every Wednesday, hang out there.
Kids being kids, finding their own space.
Right. So one Wednesday, Andre, described as a beautiful idiot, finds an escort service business card and thinks it'd be hilarious to prank call the number.
Oh.
The others are a bit hesitant, but, peer pressure. Andre calls, puts it on speaker. A guy answers, "Sounds like a pimp," according to the narrator.
Not exactly the response you want for a prank.
Definitely not. And the guy is creepy. Tells Andre he sounds like a big boy. Andre, playing along, pretends he wants to hire a hooker, and the man doesn't object. He asks for the location. Andre gives him the exact description and location of their Zula.
He gave the actual location of their secret spot.
The actual spot. As soon as the call ends, Ron, the friend who maybe had more sense, completely flips out, realizes how bad this could be, and he just leaves.
Smart move by Ron.
Totally. But Andre and Eli, they're thrilled. I think their prank was a huge success. The narrator's just kind of sitting there, half joking, half wondering if someone is actually going to show up.
That nervous excitement after doing something stupid.
Yeah. They wait, laughing about it, for about an hour. Then, a black van pulls up near the field where the Zula is.
Oh no, they actually came.
They came. The van drives up and down the street like it's looking for a way in, stops, two men get out, start walking up the hill towards the Zula.
This is bad. Really bad.
One of them yells, "Big boy, I need to ask you something." And the kids just scatter, run as fast as they can.
Pure panic.
Total panic. Eli falls, scrapes his knee badly, but they're so terrified they just keep running, leave him behind for a moment. They duck into a concrete bomb shelter nearby.
They left Eli. Oh, man.
In the moment, yeah. They hide in the shelter, and they can hear the men outside checking other shelters nearby, searching.
Hunting them.
Basically. Then, the moment of dread. Their shelter door opens. And the voice.
Yeah.
The narrator says they remember it to this day. Cold, eerie. "We just want to talk. We came all this way for you."
Chilling. Absolutely chilling.
The boys just scream. And by sheer luck, total chance, a couple happens to be walking nearby with big German shepherds. They hear the screams, investigate. The dogs probably look intimidating. The couple threatens to call the police, and the men, they back off, run away.
Wow. Saved by chance. By dogs.
Incredible luck. But then relief turns to worry. Eli. They left Eli.
Right, they have to go back.
They creep back towards the Zula. Eli's not there. They figure maybe he managed to run home, so they start heading that way. They think the van's gone.
But it's probably not, is it?
It's not. It reappears. Starts chasing them up this long flight of outdoor stairs. Almost hits them.
Oh my God, a car chase on foot upstairs?
Yeah. One of the men jumps out of the van, starts running up the stairs after them, galloping, the narrator says, and yelling horrible things at Andre, the one who made the call. Things like, "You have such a pretty... It's going to be mine."
Just vile, pure terror.
Not fast enough. Middle of the staircase, the man grabs Andre.
He got him.
He got him. And their narrator, in this moment of what they call accidental courage, just picks up a loose rock and throws it as hard as they can at the man's head.
Did it hit him?
Miraculously, yes. Hit him hard enough that he let go of Andre, who just bolted. But then the man grabs the narrator instead, starts dragging them back towards the van.
No, swapped one for the other.
Exactly. It feels like hours, the narrator says. But then Andre's screams must have been heard. Their older brothers show up with a metal pipe.
The cavalry arrives, literally.
Yeah. They manage to pry the narrator away from the man, and then they beat the two men up.
Batley, street justice.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They eventually let the men go, apparently, because calling the police in that neighborhood took too long, and there was a general distrust of authorities anyway.
A bleak outcome, even with a rescue.
Very bleak. The aftermath. The narrator got, quote, "the whipping of my life" from their parents. Andre needed psychological treatment. Eli ended up with a broken arm from the fall, which his friends later drew all over. And Ron, the one who left early, he got pizza.
Ron made the right call. Pizza sounds like a win there.
Definitely. The men were never caught or identified by police. And the friendship between the boys kind of faded after that.
Yeah.
Got pulled into the neighborhood's darker side, the narrator implies. The moral, they say. Don't crank call shady business cards. And maybe don't skip school.
It's a story about consequences, isn't it? How one foolish decision in the wrong context can spiral into genuine trauma and change lives.
Absolutely. Okay, one last story. This one is short but memorable, especially the visuals.
Okay, let's hear it.
This comes from a firefighter and EMT, someone who, sees death regularly as part of the job. But this one call stuck with them.
That says something, if it stands out for an EMT.
It does. It involved a middle-aged guy who lived in his van, parked in the lot, sort of out of town, apparently kept to himself, didn't bother anyone, so the police mostly left him alone.
A familiar situation in many places.
Right. But this is Arizona, middle of July. Temperatures are hitting like 105, 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Brutal heat.
Oh yeah, that's dangerously hot, especially in a vehicle.
Exactly. So a call comes in. Welfare check. No one's seen the guy in a while, and people are complaining about a really bad smell coming from the van.
Given the heat and the timeline, yeah, the crew probably knew what they were walking into.
They had an idea, sure, but the reality was worse. They get to the van, pry open the back door,
Right.
and this cloud of flies just pours out, so thick they couldn't see inside at first. And the stench, overpowering death smell, instantly.
Ugh, the flies alone, that's intense.
Intense. And when the flies cleared enough to see, it was horrific. The man had clearly been dead for a while, at least 2 weeks, they estimated.
In that heat.
In that heat. And the worst part, he had cats in the van with him. And the cats had survived by eating parts of his body. The fleshier parts, as the EMT put it.
Oh God, that's a whole other level of grim.
Yeah, the EMT said despite everything they see, the combination of the extreme Arizona heat, the length of time he was undiscovered, and what the cats had done to survive, it just burned into their memory. Unforgettable.
I can understand why. The heat accelerates everything so drastically. And the survival instinct of the animals, while natural, adds such a macabre layer. It's a truly gruesome scene to imagine.
It really is. So, wrapping these up, what do we take away from all this? We've got a hidden intruder, a silent death, a prank gone horrifically wrong, a really gruesome discovery in the heat.
I think they all, in their own way, punch holes in our sense of everyday safety, don't they? They show how quickly the ordinary can become terrifying, how vulnerable we can be even in places we think are secure, like our homes or just living our lives.
Yeah, that thin veil you mentioned earlier, it feels very real hearing these accounts. The unpredictability is chilling.
Absolutely. And it underscores things like intuition, that feeling the kid had in the field, vigilance maybe, and just the profound lasting impact these kinds of events have on people.
It leaves you wondering, doesn't it, how many other stories like this are out there? Unfolding quietly, just out of sight, maybe in the attic, in the van down the street, or behind a wrong number, waiting to be stumbled upon.
It's a sobering thought.
It is. Well, we hope you found this exploration of true horror both captivating and, chilling. If these stories resonated with you, kept you listening, please consider supporting more content like this. You can like this deep dive, maybe share it with a friend who appreciates this kind of unsettling true story, and definitely subscribe to the Horror Docx channel so you don't miss out on future dives into the dark.
Stay tuned.
Until next time, please stay safe out there. And remember, sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that are undeniably real.